Hello, everybody. This is going to be a quick demo on how to invoke static methods, both on the class that you're currently working on and static methods in other classes. And so first, right here, we're going to build up to one of my favorite functions, hypotenuse, and we're going to build them in this class, right? Triangle utils. And first, I have this method called square that takes in x. Let's return x times x. Delete this line, and then for hypotenuse, we're going to call this method twice. Like we get past a and b, and let's just make a couple of variables like a squared, we'll call it, is the square of a, right? And we can just call it like this because we're in the same class. And this is b squared is the square of b. And then we want to invoke square root, right? And so we can just return the square root of a squared and plus b squared. Now we can't do this directly, and you probably have, if you probably in a previous class called something on the math library, on the math class, and you don't even think about it. But in order to call this square root function that is our method that is on math, we have to, sort of qualify or specify which class this method is on, because it's not on our class. We have to first put the class itself. And now when I run, well, there's nothing to run, but let's call something. Let's just create a main method here. And I can print out the hypotenuse of, let's say, 3 and 4. And when I run that, it'll produce 5, which is nice. Now, I didn't have to say right triangle utils.hypotenuse, right? I can if I want to. It's sort of a little redundant. It's saying like, oh, I want to call this method on this class. If you're in the class itself already, you don't have to do this. And that's just how that works, that you can do that. You could do the same thing here and call, right, triangle utils.square if you wanted, right? Sort of overdoing it. You're saying like, oh, by the way, it's on this class. You can elide that if you want and just say square since it's on the exact same class. I can't skip this because it doesn't know where to get this from, right? I have to tell it somehow where to get math from. Now, if I'm over here in point utils, let's say we're trying to calculate the distance between 2 points A and B, specified by AX, AY, and BX, BY, we could decide to use that right triangle utils directly. And so in this case, I'm going to make a couple of things. We'll call it dx for the delta, and x is bx minus ax, and double dy is going to be by minus ay. And then I'm going to return, and I could determine that, oh, hey, you know what I can use for this? I can use my right triangle utils hypotenuse method, right? So I could just be like, let's just call hypotenuse from here, right? On dx and dy. That's sort of like the x-axis and the y-axis of my right triangle. And I can't do this again because it's in a different class. And so if I say right triangle utils dot hypotenuse, then we're in business, right? And that will work. I can format this all by doing Control-Shift-F on Windows or Linux and Command-Shift-F on the Mac. Gets things nice. Again, let me just create a quick main method that sys out the distance between, let's say 10, 20, again, we'll make it the 3, 4, 5 triangle, or maybe we'll make it the 6, 10 triangle. And what we'll do is we'll say, and 16 and 18. If I run this, it of course will, oh, that isn't quite what do I have, a 6, and oh, I need to make this 28. That'll be the sort of 3, 4, 5 triangle twice as big. We get 10 back from that distance between. And again, I can over specify this as point utils that distance between if I want, but since I'm in the same class, I don't have to. And hopefully that was just a quick demo on how to invoke static methods on both the class you're working on and ones that you're not.